So we've been looking at SharePoint. You might have looked at it and be trying to figure out some different ways you can use it. And one of the things that's really handy is the feature to now set up and create pages on your site that are purely designed for working with video. Now, if you create videos that might be a training module, an onboarding stage, an SOP that's really specific and needs a visual cue with it, then this is the kind of tool that you should be, or the kind of feature you should be using in your SharePoint sites. So I thought I'd show you how to do it with a very simple layout that you can obviously then customize the way you want to. A couple of things you need to know about working with video in SharePoint and embedding it. If we're going to do it this way, there are two ways that we can do it, but the rule of thumb is that the video needs to be sitting inside the SharePoint page already. So it can't be a YouTube video or something like that. That would be done using one of the web parts where you're just basically providing a link that way. To embed it as a page, it needs to be something that is saved in the one of the document libraries on the site, not just across your account, but in your site. So in this example, you can see I've got this test client site. When I go to the documents section, we're going to use in the site library, I've popped it into this subfolder here. This one here, this Excel dashboards one. So you can see it's an MP4 and it's sitting here. So it actually is attached to this site already. You also need to have permission, obviously, to be able to create pages and content for the site structure. So you can't do that. You can't create the page if you don't have the right permission. But you'll know that straight away by whether you are able to, from the home page, whether you are able to create new or to edit, all right? You need to have that sort of admin level permission. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it using the SharePoint way first, because this is one of the tools that it will let you do. So you can do it as a new, and we do it as a page. And you can choose, there's some great templates that they do now. So you can pick a template here, and this will be a page that you're going to set up, and you can use the template and it will give you all of this layout. Okay, so that's one of the things we can do. However, this is sort of starting from the page and then you put your video in. The other option that we've got here, if I go back. So from our home page, I'm going to go into the documents, and I'm going to open up my social media support, and I'm going to open up this video. So it's going to open in a new tab, and you can see that it's opened in Clipchamp. And I've got my video, I've got my title, all the information as though I was going to edit or work in the video here. But I've come to it from the SharePoint site, and that's the important tip here. So then we go to the share button over on the right-hand side, and these are the normal buttons you would see, but there's this one that's been added, which is create a video news post. So this one isn't normally here if you would just find it from Stream or Clipchamp. So from here, we click this one, and you can see what it's doing now. It's taking me back to that page layout. Slightly different look though. So we've got a couple of options here. There are some layouts here, and as you scroll down, you'll see this is just a flat starter page. We've got some that have the templates in them. So this has got loads of stuff already built in that I could then edit. We've got a recap page. So you would describe your video, etc. And we've got a message, and that will run down here. So I'm going to just go with, you can see it's embedding the video as we go into that content. So I'm going to just run with the training one that it's offered as a start. Now I can make it a news post or a page. So a news post goes up in your feeds and is great if you're going to share it via email. A page is then a full, almost like a web page or a landing page that you're building into your site. So it's your choice, of course, but in this instance, I am going to create it as a page. And then it will have its own URL and be a unique page, but it belongs within this container, this particular site. I could add some related documents. So if I was to tick, say, this activity thing, you'll see it's going to then automatically start adding this content if I want to. So it's building the page out based on the information I'm adding. Now I'm just going to go use template. It's going to create it for me. And here is my page. All right. So this is the same as working in SharePoint with our web parts and those sorts of things. So at the moment, here's my page. We can preview it. And you can see that the preview version, it's still spooling my video. That's taking it there, that one there from Stream. But if we preview it, this is what it's going to look like. So this is my header section. It's popped that video in, and then I can still edit and work with these. This is how it will look on mobile. So you can see it is, and this is how it will look if I send it in an email. So again, that's a terrible picture of me. But again, what we've got is the reality is that it's done all the hard work. I'm not starting from a blank screen. I can take pieces out. This is now exactly the same as editing a page as I would normally. If I was to publish this page, we need to add a title. So the page needs to have a title. So we're going to call this one test video page. It's going in client test. It will become one of the site pages. So we'll do that. And I'm going to publish it. And now what's going to happen, I can add my page to navigation. I could post it. I can share it. I can copy it, etc. And I can save it as a template if I wanted to use that again. Now, if I go in here and I go to pages, you'll see we've now got this one called test video page. And I can preview the page. No, it doesn't like it on that one. So if I go to this one, this is the page as it sits in the site, and everybody can see it as normal. They can add comments, and it can be viewed. So this is a great way for you to be able to take video that you already have and add it to a site. Perfect for training modules or SOPs or onboarding processes or course content, rather than you having to create a space or figure out how to give people access to specific information. You can load the videos into pages and have a page dedicated to each lesson or piece of content. So give it a go, see if that's going to work for you, see how that might help you to share information for people who are more visual learners, and let me know how you go. Pop a comment on this video. Remember to subscribe if you would like to stay up to date with all of the latest videos from Thrive, and like and share this video with people who you think would benefit from knowing about these tips and tricks.